What is up guys, welcome back to my channel. Now in the previous video I was reviewing a Quad HD gaming monitor LG27GL850 with 144Hz refresh rate and 1 millisecond response time. And by the way, if you didn't see that video, you can go ahead and check it out. I'm going to leave a link somewhere around here. And in that video I mentioned that I actually got two monitors, and today we're going to be taking a look at this one, which is a Dell S2721QS. And I'm super excited about this one because this is going to be my new daily driver, or I should say in addition to my current daily driver, and it's going to be my first 27-inch 4K IPS panel in addition to my current 34-inch AFC CQ34G2, which is a Full HD VA panel. Not that we don't have high-resolution monitors in our household, but they're not mine. Aww. As I mentioned already, this is a 4K IPS panel with 60 Hz refresh rate and 4 millisecond response time. So without further ado, let's get started with unpacking. Alright, now let's see how easy it is to assemble. Well, as you could have seen, that was super easy. Now let's take a look what we got in terms of cables. So we only got two cables actually. One is the power cable and the other one is HDMI cable. Probably would have been nice to have DisplayPort, but it is what it is. Alright, now that we've finished unpacking, let's talk about the monitor. First, I would like to start with the design of the monitor. The S2721QS has a modern looking design with three ultra thin bezels that can complement any contemporary interior. It is executed in silver for the stand, the back is white, and the bezels are black. It also has a nice texture in the back that feels really good to the touch. There is also a cutout in the stand so you can tuck in your wires so they don't clutter your workspace. Speaking of the connection options, the monitor is equipped with one security lock slot, one power connection, two HDMI 2.0 ports, one DisplayPort 1.2, and one headphone jack. The bottom of the monitor has two speakers that are decent but not that great, and you should not rely on them if you like clear and bass reach sound. Now let's talk about the things that, in my opinion, make this monitor a productivity beast. And by the way, if you want to check this out, I'm going to leave the links down in the description below. And the price for this monitor currently is around $400. So you can go ahead and check it out for yourself. First of all, the resolution for this monitor is 3840 by 2160 or 4K, which is 4 times more than the resolution of a Full HD monitor, which makes the image on this monitor look super crisp. And for me, working with 4K footage from time to time, it's really nice to be able to see what the output is going to look like at 4K resolution. The color gamut for this monitor is based off of sRGB, and it covers 99% of sRGB color gamut, which is decent, but it's not the most within the same category of monitors, but it's enough for me when I'm trying to watch a movie or watch a YouTube video or work in Photoshop or Adobe Premiere Pro. Using the monitor outdoors, if you ever decide to do that, or sitting next to an open window, is not a problem at all, because this monitor is equipped with anti-glare coating that reflects the light, and you guessed it, it reflects the light. Being an IPS panel, the viewing angles on this monitor are excellent at 178 degrees, and it does not distort any color. Another reason why this monitor, in my opinion, is a productivity champ is ergonomics. It has 2.5 to 5.5 inch height adjustment. It has 30-degree swivel left and right. It has -5 to 21 degrees tilt, and you can also rotate it to a vertical position, also known as pivot. Now let's talk about what I think is actually a cherry on the top for the productivity part. So this monitor has picture by picture and picture in picture. So for those of you who don't know, picture by picture, what it does is basically you can split your monitor in half and have one side showing one input source and the other half showing the other input source. For instance, I can connect one of the HDMI ports to PlayStation and have my game on the left side, and I can connect my computer with the display port and put it on the right. So the monitor is going to be split in half, and one side is going to be your games, for instance, from PlayStation, and on the other half you can watch movies or look at the spreadsheet. The other mode is picture in picture. Picture in picture is when you have it's like a separate window on top of the other window, and you can switch them back and forth. Like for instance, I can have a small window that takes about maybe 1/6. There's actually a way to adjust it. You can make it take a quarter of the screen, or you can make it approximately, I would say, 1/6 of the screen it takes, and you can move it to any corner, and you can switch the sources as well. So like if you want to have bigger screen for your computer, you can have bigger screen for your computer, and let's say a small screen for your PlayStation or Raspberry Pi or whatever. And if you want to reverse it, you can easily do that from the settings menu. And now you're going to have, let's say, your PlayStation, the bigger screen, and the small window for your computer. If you're a competitive gamer and you want the best gaming experience, this monitor might not be the best fit for you, because it only has 60 Hz refresh rate, and it has 3 settings for response time, which is normal, fast, and extreme. Under normal, it gives you 8 millisecond response time. Under fast, 5 millisecond, and under extreme, it gives you 4 millisecond response time, which should be enough for you not to see any ghosting for fast or moderate moving objects on the screen. The monitor is also equipped with AMD FreeSync, so you can take advantage of the variable refresh rate to reduce screen tearing and stutter. Being an IPS panel, the contrast ratio is not that great. It only delivers 1300 to 1 contrast ratio. Again, with comparison to my AOC CQ34G2, which is a VA panel and has a contrast ratio of 3000 to 1, that's not a lot. And you can see that on the screen, where the whites don't look exactly white, or the blacks don't look completely black but more like grayish. And you can play with the settings and try to adjust it, but it's not gonna look as crisp and as defined as on the VA panel, like this AOC. In terms of backlight bleeding, it is also the same, and you can see noticeably that there is a visible glowing around the corners for this IPS panel compared to the VA panel. Now let's talk about the on-screen display menu, and we can talk about it, but I think it would be easier if I were to show you directly on the monitor. Okay, in order for you to navigate for the on-screen display, there are 4 buttons here at the bottom that you're going to use, and if we look at the buttons, the one on the very right is going to let you exit the on-screen display. The one second to the right is gonna let you enter the on-screen display menu, and the 2 left buttons are the one that are adjustable, and these are the presets. And currently by default it is set to the picture preset mode, As you can see, we have standard, comfort view, movie FPS, RTS, RPG, warm, cool, and custom color. And then the other preset is the speaker volume. So you can adjust your speaker volume, but you can customize that any way you want, and I'm going to show you later in the menu. So let's go ahead and open the menu. As you can see, the first thing that you can adjust is brightness and contrast. Then the second option is the input source, where you can choose between DisplayPort, 2 HDMI ports, or make it auto select, or you can also reset your input source. The next is color. This is the same that we saw with the preset button, so you can select any of these modes, or you can choose your custom color and set it up yourself. Alright, then next we have an input color format, which is RGB and YPBPR, as you can see. And YPBPR actually doesn't work that well here, so we choose RGB, and then we can reset the color. The next option is display, and here you can adjust your aspect ratio. Currently it's set to 16:9, the one it should be, but you can also choose between 4:3 and 5:4. Next option is sharpness, then response time. The one I was talking about, where normal is 8 millisecond response time, fast is 5 millisecond, I'm sorry, and 4 millisecond is for extreme. And currently it's set to extreme for my monitor. Then you can adjust your dark levels from 0 to 3. And as you can see, if you want it darker, set it to 0. That's what I did to make the contrast look better. And then you can enable the Smart HDR feature, and you can reset your display. Next option is the picture-in-picture and picture-by-picture. This is where you can select which option you want to go with. The next we have audio. Again, you can set up your volume to whichever level, the same thing we did with the preset button. And then we have, you can completely turn on or off your speakers, and you can reset the audio settings. Next we have menu, so you can choose your language, you can choose how transparent you want this menu to look, and then we have the turn off timer. Then we have lock option, so you can lock the menu or unlock it. Currently it's disabled. And next we have personalize. This is where we can customize the left two buttons. So currently, as you can see, it's set to preset mode and volume for my monitor, but you can select multiple options such as brightness and contrast, input source, aspect ratio, Smart HDR, choose picture-in-picture, picture-by-picture mode, or volume. Then we have power LED. So this LED at the bottom that you can see that indicates that the monitor is right now on. You can turn off that LED even when the monitor is on. Next we have fast wake up, on or off, and we can reset the personalization. Next option is others. So over here you can choose to see the display info. Then you can do DDCCI. You can choose it on or off, and basically DDCCI is the bunch of protocols that send the display related information to your graphics card. This is what basically allows for plug and play, so I wouldn't turn it off. Then we have LCD conditioning. LCD conditioning allows you to it's a function that allows you to run the program that is going to try to fix stuck pixels. Okay, next we have the firmware information, service tag. We can reset others, or we can do factory reset for the whole for all the settings in this monitor. And that was it. And that was it for the video. I hope I covered most of you would like to know about the monitor, but if you still have any questions, please drop them down in the comment section below, and I'll try to answer them to the best of my knowledge. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. It would help me out a lot. And if you want to see more tech reviews and content like this, please subscribe to my channel. I'm super excited to put this monitor to work, and I haven't decided yet, but I might put these two monitors on dual monitor mount, And if that's the case, then that might be the topic for my next video. Thanks again, much appreciate your attention, and I'll see you all in the next one.